I actually have a story I have not shared on this podcast. It's quick, but one time Dave and I were in Vegas and I was like being we'd been together maybe like a year and I was like trying to encourage him to like take charge a little more. So I was like, today we're going to go to lunch and you just order and I'm just going to be like your little bitch and I'm going to eat whatever you order.
Such a trap.
And I'm going to it's going to be really hot, right? He's going to be like this dominating boyfriend, this dominating partner. So we sit down, he orders a bunch of food and he's like, okay, so here's this. I'm like, thank you. And then and this is octopus, here you go. And I was like, no, I can't. And he's like, no, because he was like playing the role. He's like, no, you have to. I start crying hysterically.
He duct tapes you to the chair. He whips you.
He's like, no, you're going to try it. I just like start crying. I'm like, please stop. Please, I can't eat it. And then he was like, all right, this is over. It like backfired in like the worst way.
Did he eat it?
Yeah, he loved it.
He had been with you for a year. He knew that was going to happen, dude.
But he always brings it up. He's like, oh yeah, that went really well. Like I completely collapsed when I did.
You're very much like Bobby.
Really?
Bobby really feigns a lot of things that he isn't, like especially with food, because he's Asian, right? So when I started dating him, I'm like, oh, thank God he's an Asian guy, like he's gonna eat everything with me. And he always says, oh, I can't date white girls because they're just so picky with food. He says that a lot. But then we go out to eat, and the way I like to eat, it's like, you know, it's all of it, right?
Do you eat like eyeballs?
I'll eat anything.
Wait, Khalyla, you guys, I went out to lunch with my friends. We wanted to get crab legs, like cooked crab legs.
Of course.
And the place was closed. We were in Koreatown.
Yeah.
So we went to this place I think it was called Crab House. And we walked in and it was like, it's the most authentic Asian cuisine you could possibly get. Where we ordered all this crab and stuff. We were like so excited. Everything was raw.
Yes.
I immediately was in like an episode of The Challenge where it's the food episode. I'm like, it's all mental. Everything was cold and wet and slimy.
So
I don't even want to say it.
You're not even. That's something you've never seen, or you.
It's never come into my life to get raw crab.
Did you eat it?
Of course I did.
And how was it?
I actually liked it, but my friends kept gagging, and it really. I was like, we're being rude. And then the check came and it was $150, and I was like, okay, you could puke on the fucking table at this point. These people saw some whiteys come in and were like, and we ordered I was like, what should we order? And the lady just like. Our entire table was just filled with shit we did not want to eat. So I was rallying and trying to eat enough to make it like worth the price.
Yeah.
But my friend was like dry heaving. She puked outside. I have a video of her vomiting outside her car.
Did you like it at all?
I did. If I was with Khalyla or someone that liked it, I would have eaten the entire thing.
Yeah.
But it's not like they poisoned my idea of it, but it was a new texture that I would have had to have encouragement to get through.
Yeah. That's the same way I feel about, have you guys had natto? Have you had natto?
No, what is that?
It's like a fermented bean that it's like
when you get it, are you like, this is not dough?
It's kind of like, you know how durian, some people love it, some people, there's no in between. I sort of like it, I sort of don't. You either like natto or you don't like natto because it's very slimy and it's a little bit fermented. It's like that.
Ew, I think I have had that.
It looks like
but I
cheesy
think it's disgusting,
beans.
But I would eat it.
The first time I ever had natto, I was so sure that I would love it because I'm like, what? There are such few things I don't like.
Yeah.
And I ordered the biggest bowl of natto, and that was the first time that like I was so embarrassed to not eat it, because when I ordered it, the waiter was like, "Are you sure you've had natto before?" And I lied, and I was like, "Yeah, of course. Like I've had Japanese food my whole life." And he was like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure." And then now I couldn't. I had to double down.
Of course.
So Jules was seeing me, the tears coming out my eyes and like bubbles coming out my nose. I ate the whole bowl of natto.
But what was so bad about it?
It was very like, it was like
Look
snot.
at it.
It's like snot.
What's the taste? Does it taste like beans?
Fermented. So it's like fermented snot, and I really tried my best, and some people really. Jules liked it. I'm like, of course, you stupid bitch. Of course you like it.
Let's get some of this for the show.
For natto?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really want to like it.
Smell? I don't want to.
It doesn't have it. No, it doesn't have a bad smell.
We got to get a puke bucket.
When you do